From the boxing ring to your podcast station, here are the three guys that talk nothing but boxing. Ricky, Enrique, and Juan!
Hi, my name is Ricky from Boxing Talk Podcast. With me, as always, is Enrique.
What's up, guys?
And today we have a very special guest for you guys, a special guest interview. He will be making his U.S. debut on February 26th, 2022. He is 6-0 with 6 KOs. With us is Ashton, H2O.
Ashton, man. Thanks for having us, dude.
Thank you. And thanks for having us, Ashton. And before we initiate the questions, we want to wish you a belated 18th birthday.
Thank you.
It's been a week. How does it feel?
It feels everything.
You're very young, man.
I'm 30. I still feel like a kid, too, man.
I'm 33, and I feel 30. Ashton, we're gonna start off with a question. It's been a couple months since your last fight. How's preparation been for you thus far for your fight?
I feel like throughout every fight I've been getting better with my preparation, especially like as a pro. So I feel like this fight is even better than every other fight.
Okay. Ashton, what can your fans expect on fight night?
They could just expect H2O doing H2O things, which is something unusual. Hopefully a knockout is what I'm looking for.
Pretty sure it'll be special. You're going to want to show out on your turf, you know.
Pretty exciting.
But Ashton, just want to ask you real quick. You fought in Mexico. You went pro at 16. What was it like fighting grown men as a 16-year-old? Was that at all intimidating for you? Was it a culture shock fighting in Mexico? Just give us that whole experience.
It wasn't so much of a shock because that's what kind of like the amateurs were for.
Okay.
You know, like just to get the experience of like, you know, everything to prepare for being a pro.
Yeah.
But I never fought in Mexico. I fought like everywhere else. And I've been to Mexico before.
So what areas of Mexico were you fighting in mostly?
Tijuana.
Tijuana? Okay.
Tijuana, so you know, it's kind of close, like 2 hours away from here, so it wasn't that bad. I would say. It was actually fun, like being there, like just having a whole different experience.
That's pretty cool to say too that you were 16, beating up guys our age. So.
Like I don't really like think about it too much, but like as we like talk about it, like then I just start realizing like things like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man. Good job.
Yeah, that was cool. What are you most looking forward to in your U.S. debut?
I think just put on like a great performance in like front of my families and like fans. Like I'm looking forward to like a lot of well, I'm really hoping a lot of like high school students, or like those feel like people that I grew up with. Attended there, like kids my age.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to, like seeing the faces that I like could recognize being there.
Okay. Ashton, how has the pro game been different from the amateurs?
To me, it's I feel like it's almost all the same to me. It goes for even sparring, amateurs, and the professional world. I feel like all of it in general is like, for me, I don't like to lose. Like I know it's going to lose in sparring, but I don't like to get So like I feel like it's all the same. Like I go into it with like the same mentality. Other than that, I feel like it's just a lot better. Like I don't have to like the amateur. You have to weigh in like almost every day.
Yeah.
You weigh in once. Sparring is like with hair and stuff. Like other fighter has like more protection. I just like the pro world a lot better than like amateur.
And then, with that being said, how did you know you were ready to go professional at the age of only 16?
I think, like I was saying earlier, just like all the experience I had, like it was just like so much experience. Like I couldn't think more of like what I could have done to like to prepare myself for the pro. I feel like I already had like enough to become a pro boxer. Like, you look sparring other pros.
Yeah.
Going out the country and experience like being in someone else's backyard and stuff like that.
Ashton, you've been so young doing everything right now. Let us know. I mean, because you went pro at 16, but you also got discovered by Mayweather at age 8. Let us know. Let your people know that experience, what you were going through, what you felt getting, noticed by an icon like that, like TBE himself.
I mean, I kind of tell a lot of people like back then, like for the most part, I didn't really like care too much about that because I was more like into like basketball and football and like other things. So like, but like it was always something like, cause like you was TV, like you said. So always I had that in the back of my mind. Like going to school, like elementary, people kind of talk about it, but I was always more so like I want to meet Kobe and stuff like that.
Now that you have time to like reflect on it, what do you think
now like I'm just like I think of like just my whole journey. Like it's just crazy. Like how at 8, and I was on like boxing like inside the gym for like only a month. Like thinking about that only for a month and like get a notice, like the best.
It's pretty cool.
Do you feel any pressure being compared to Shakur Stevenson's and Earl Spence Jr.?
A bit, because I feel like my style is almost like you compare it to like almost every other boxer. I feel like I mix like those different types of styles into my own style, which like whatever opponent or whatever type of fight I'm in, like it will start showing itself, and that's where like you get a lot of comparisons. Like at this moment he fights like they say Russ fans, or at this moment he fights like whoever Floyd or
Okay. I'm curious about this question, as we know, there's been father-son duels in boxing. Describe the impact your father has had on your career.
I feel like this is more so being like, I feel like since he's like my father, like he would like take care of me the most, like and other than that, I feel like the communication is way easier, and like inside and outside the ring, like it's like a lot easier. Like I could say whatever I want to say, well not whatever, but like he understands me most for the most part.
And I'm a dad myself. I have a son, so I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that relationship you guys have.
But Ashton, you seem so calm, cool, collected, man. For a young man your age, not a lot of men your age would know how to handle that. With all this attention that you're getting from celebrities, from pro boxers themselves, tell us what you do to remain humble.
I feel like it all kind of goes back to like just me being a kid. Like I kind of separate the two from like when I'm inside the ring and outside the ring, it just kind of changes. Like when I'm outside the ring, I kind of do what I would do if I was like a kid. Cause like growing up, I feel like I never really had like experiences as much as being a kid. So like outside the ring, like I'll just go play the game. Or, outside of training, I'll go play the game, play basketball, hang out with friends. Cause like I just try to take my mind off of like just that side of just like boxing so much. So I think that's what kind of keeps me calm.
That's good, man. And then you have your own promotion company, H2O Promotions. Let us know a little bit about that, because a lot of boxers don't even have their own promotion company, and you already have one at 18. Let us know what got you into that, what made you want to have your own promotion.
So we always kind of like me and my dad or my team always had like a plan of like kind of controlling our own destiny and what we want to do. So we kind of came with the idea, like I think like seeing other boxers kind of doing that, like having their own promotional company, and just looking at other people's experiences, and we just like like that's probably the best route for us to create our own promotional company, and for me to be the CEO.
Okay. And then piggybacking off H2O, let us know how you earned that nickname. How old were you when you earned that? Because usually we know in boxing you have to earn your moniker, your nickname. Let us know how you got that.
So I think because like originally my nickname is like Superman. Like that's they've been calling me since I was like 2, or when I guess once I was born, they called me that. But like I think H2O came like I think when I was around 15, like almost like turning pro. It was just one day, like he kind of just, my dad just kind of said, I think I was coming from school, and he said that, like, it was something new, like I never heard of it, and I was kind of confused by it, but then like they were kind of saying, like, they kind of thought about it, because like you feel like, well, like the way your style is, like a lot of people
flow like water.
Like keep saying, like, like when they describe me, like they describe it as like I'm flowing like water, like it's pretty kind of came up like this H2O.
That makes sense, and I like your logo too. Ashton, this next question, actually, my daughter Ariana wanted me to ask you. Shout out to my daughter Ariana. At what age did you start boxing, and what inspired you to become a boxer?
I started boxing inside the gym at like 7, but before that, my dad like was training me himself at like the house. But I wouldn't say I was like wasn't inspired to box. I was more so like my dad would just have me do every other sport. Like I was saying, like always being more into like basketball, football.
You're very athletic, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I saw that in like football, and you were interested in basketball as well. Right?
Yeah. So I did like a few other sports too, but like there was like major football and basketball. So I always wanted to do that. And my dad kind of put me in boxing too, so try it out to see. Well, I guess since he's been training me so long, like he probably saw like how good I was actually like. It's like for him to realize that, I guess he was like, he wanted to see further. But me, I wasn't like I still don't play basketball. So I guess all the way until then, I started myself being inspired to like boxing, like around like 13. After I kind of saw the potential, I could take boxing.
Yeah. And much respect for that, man. Because him and I actually went to the boxing gym.
Oh, man. What you guys do, man? It's not easy.
Even shadow boxing.
Yeah.
So I
focused too.
So Ashton, this is going to be your first fight of 2022, correct?
Yeah.
What do you expect to accomplish in the year 2022?
I just, I think just, I don't know. I think it's more so like with the team. Thinks like it's going to be bad soon. Like I just kind of go step by step.
Is there like a goal as to how many fights you want to fight, or?
Yeah, I think it was like 4 to 6 fights.
Okay.
Like I was just saying, like he just like, after this fight, it'd be more to like the team kind of things. Like okay, how do I do this performance, or what's next, and blah blah blah. So. And
then going off of that, that's just 2022 goals. But what do you want to be remembered for in the sport?
Like all-time great. I think that's one thing, all-time great and different. I feel like only like separated like in category. Like an icon. That's what I feel like.
That's good, man.
You know how we just mentioned, the boxing, how we went to the boxing gym and we were dying in there. Let us know what is a typical day for Ashton.
Typical, like a whole day. Like
the whole
training,
like training wise.
It depends because like that's what's in like my whole day kind of it switches up because I have school too. So it depends on the time I get out of school. If I have to get out earlier, then I train in the morning, and that's my workout becomes longer. Like I train for like about 2-3 hours, like boxing wise, and then like afterwards, I sometimes go to my other strength and conditioning coach. I work out with him for about an hour and a half. Then I do my own run. So
I saw that you like running the beach, right?
Yeah. Well, I like running outside.
Okay.
We're outside.
I can see why they call you Superman, dude. You got your own promotion company, going to school, going pro at 16. You're doing it all.
So you're all by the beach.
But yeah, Ashton, let us know some of the most notable fighters to date that you've sparred against.
I think the two, like a current fighters. Well, I don't know if Sean Porter like retired, but Sean Porter.
He just retired too.
Yeah, Sean Porter and Leo Santa Cruz.
He's fighting this weekend too.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so.
How does that feel to be able to say that you sparred those guys and you pretty sure you held your own?
Yeah. I mean,
what does that do for your confidence?
It just boosts it up even more. So it's just like seeing, like if I'm watching them fight and I see like how the fight's going, I can kind of imagine myself as like as the opponent or as Leo Santa Cruz. Like it just confidence booster.
Ashton, lastly, what do you want to? You have any shout outs or what do you want to tell your fans?
I just want to tell my fans to just support me for my next fight, February 26th in Fremont, California, and purchase your tickets at MarvNation.com or in a link in my bio on Instagram.
And that's it for our interview, guys. Ashton, thanks a lot. Just want to tell you guys, don't forget to tune into Ashton's fight. It's going to be February 26th. Streaming it on YouTube Live, or like Ashton said, you can buy them on MarvNation. Guys, Boxing Talk fans, don't forget to give us a follow on Instagram at Boxing Talk Podcast, or you can listen to our episodes at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any of your podcast platform. Ashton, let your people know where they can follow you on social media.
Follow me on Instagram at Ashton Sylve H2O, Ashton SYLVE H2O.
And then that's it, guys. Ashton, thanks a lot,
Thanks
man.
a lot, Ashton. Good luck in your career, man. I'm excited to follow you, and I hope you're the next Mayweather.
Yeah, thanks.